Hey yo, I'm slipping.
Hey yo, baby! It's the real ones here, back at youtube.com/Ben Hameen channel. We're moving the whole platform. You can get free shows, patreon.com/Hameen Media Group. It's the Conspiracy Horsemen. And, we're slipping, we're falling, but we're about to get up, infidels. YOLO! Yeah, man, I'm sure we'll get flagged for that. Well, what can you do, man? We're having a good time clowning around, infidels. It'll be a great night. We're going to bring on our boy, Greg Mosier, here in just a little bit, live from Louisville, hanging and banging on the birthday. I saw there's a couple birthdays in the chat room, so we'll get to them and have a good time, try and break down our future here. And we're living in 1984, so right now we're about to write 1985. GGP, what's going on? What's the first chapter, my man?
All right, where do we begin? Chapter 1. Thou shalt not slap your leg when you're in the ring and throwing a strike.
All right.
Chapter number 2. Former employee gives life to save his child. Give the guy a goddamn award at the Hall of Fame ceremony.
Yeah, that'd be
chapter 3. If you want the truth, you listen to the Conspiracy Horsemen, because when tyranny takes over, truth becomes vilified. And that's exactly why we're getting thrown off of every platform we're on. Apple Podcast, Twitch, YouTube, pilots that don't want to take a chance with us because we're not going to bite our tongue. All that. We are the world's most dangerous podcast, and we are for a reason, because we're not going to play by other people's rules, and we're not going to color in the lines unless the price is right. Then we will not sell out. But I'm telling you right now, GGP and the Horsemen will buy in.
Oh, yeah. I did go over to the new Donald Trump site, and they wanted to hear from us. So I sent them a little message, as professional as covert could be. So we'll see if somebody reaches back, so we can get the ring ding dong, ring a ding 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 dong. He's got the mask up, ready to beat you down. It's Big Salala. How's it going, creepy toucher?
Well, let's see.
There he is, handsome.
Yeah, he is handsome.
Just it's all the kids. It's all the kids in the world. I spent my good afternoon
Salway and
squirrels. I went playing with squirrels and birds outside, and I didn't deal with idiots all day. It's been wonderful, and I wish every day could be that way, but it's not. Instead, we're gonna come here. Oh, go private. Seriously, I can start my fans page.
I'm talking about that.
Give me the old digits.
Give me the onlysal.com.
Yeah. Woo.
On the GGP on the GGP only fans, you get the extra white sauce.
There you get it.
On the gyro meat.
You go right now to prowrestlingtees.com/Greek God Papadon and get your official NFO style shirts over there, you guys. Right now, I'm rocking it tonight.
So Papadon, show your shirt, because that's right there.
I just
spilled shit all over to you.
Hold on. I got here. This is how you know you're from New York.
You fucking green. Look at this. Put you on for a second. What do you think? You blow this?
It says scoundrel.
Oh yeah.
I like the sound of that, scoundrel. Famous Han Solo quote. Not that James T. Kirk bullshit.
Oh, man. Well, actually, you want to know what? That was the highlight of the Hall of Fame last night, was Shatner's, he did over Zoom, but an induction, and the guy's just as eloquent with it and as humble as ever. But to see those spots where he did the readings of the entrance music with a booyaka, I was fucking dying last night, bro. So it was like this whole infomercial for weird WWE stuff. A couple bright moments, but it's just like, what am I watching? But he's got a twinkle in his eye, and I think it's not too long before he takes over the cock. It's right to censor zone. Richards banning it all, man. You had a big week of banning this week. Congratulations, buddy.
Yeah, I think I will manage if like you claim that someday I will be a Hall of Famer.
You will.
My speech will be even shorter than Juice and Thunder Lagers. I guarantee you that. I'll be like, "Thank you, everybody," and I'll walk away. Get that son of a bitch out. What the fuck is this shit? Get him back out there. That's not what I wrote. Write that down.
I just actually wanted to, I was thinking about this last night. I was up real late, and I was watching some YouTube shit. And again, it was like 11 horrible things that happened on live TV. They got to draws, of course, right? So now they're explaining, and they're explaining as if everybody, because this isn't about wrestling, but wrestling had 4 or 5 out of the 11 spots that happened on TV. So they're doing the draws, and they're showing the bit where McMahon he's gonna, yeah, and you just wanted to punch him in the fucking head because you're like, you asshole. Like, you ruined this guy.
When Stevie goes out and picks his up, his acceptance speech is already written for him. Because last night you could feel McMahon writing people's acceptance speeches. Stevie's gonna go out with his word and go, "I am a proud gay American." Thank you very much.
I finally got him to say it. I got him after I got him. But you know what the funny thing is too? If Vince had listened to this show and my past X chair reads, he'd probably be like, it's gonna. Because I'll be like, I am here at the WWE Hall of Fame. It's going to sound like a SmackDown promo.
Dude, that's what there was page breaks last night. Like Nash, I think Nash had his eyes worked on as well as stem cells wherever else he got them. But
by eyes worked on, you mean Smith's?
Yeah, you could see him like squinting, like stopping on page breaks, so the roll wasn't enough. Dude, it was. I'm not kidding you. They were reading off the teleprompters last night, bro. It was bad. God. X-Pac went in up for himself and did great. RVD did. Molly Holly put over a lot of the guys on crew. And, there was some bright moments, but there was a lot of them that were just like, dude, I feel like this is a total marketing scam right now. What am I watching? Bischoff got over it. Yeah. But it was pretty rough ride, Rashad.
I saw a couple clips, and it just seemed just like anything else, very dystopian.
Yeah, it did seem very dystopian because they're delivering it to an empty arena, and I don't know. It was all the wrong reasons. But yeah, no shad, you guys. That was effed up. Where's it going? That's what everybody wants to know. So right now, patreon.com/Hameen Media Group will be continuing to put our stuff up there. I know, hey, Hacker, it's not in my Apple, it's not in my iTunes, it's not in my Spotify, it's not in my, all that plugged into Podbean, and we're on a 14-day ban, and we'll probably come back up on there maybe 2 days before it renews. We're trying to back up the library and looking at digital radio station solutions. I was talking to other producers. Everyone's like, move to Spreaker, move to Rockfin. Well, they're all going to come there too. So it's about being unfuckwithable. And we're going to have a meeting after this show, probably a shorter show tonight because we had a huge one last week, obviously with Crazy Bone. We're still getting media out, and I feel bad that the channel's down, but we're under attack here, and the Crazy Bone episode will be highlighted because that is, evergreen content. So we've got a lot of ideas where we're going in the future. Yeah, it's evergreen in New York now, man. That's the big news of the week, I guess. But right now, you can always be here at Ben Hameen channel. We also have HameenMediaGroup.podbean.com. They haven't blasted that yet, so we're backing up shows there. And also, what did I say? Patreon.com/Hameen Media Group. So appreciate you guys being in the cut with us because this week, still getting things shaped up and then going on a quick vacation. So I'll be out of the cut by the end of next week. So leave me the fuck alone and stop telling me about your iTunes feed. I'm well aware. Sally, well, go ahead, GGP. What do you got?
I was going to say, if these people really want to listen that badly to the Crazy Bone episode, pay for it. Send us some Scarol, and we'll send you the episode. It's that simple.
Yeah.
If we gave you 3 years of free content, we gave you 3 years of free content, and unfortunately, the truth costs. The truth is expensive. Yes.
Now it is.
And because of the world we live in today, being called a truth seeker is a title to have if you're a supervillain. Because I don't know when truth became a bad thing, but it is now. So unless you don't conform and obey and paint within the lines, then guess what? you're going to be vilified. And we've been vilified. We've been ostracized. We've been even castrated off of a couple of situations. But we're still here. We're standing strong. We don't sell for that. But if you guys want to see any content that you couldn't see during the week, any of the shows, just send us money and we'll send you the show. It's that simple.
It's that easy. It's time to do it. I mean, to force our hand off the free range and now even the platforms we pay for, we just need to find the high ground to be able to shoot them down from above, and we will.
Don't try it, Anakin. I have the high ground.
Stevie Cool, what's the word, man?
The word is there's many words. There is space and serenity at a premium.
Oh yeah,
out there. About 5 acres, nice little house, chicken coops, goat houses, animals, all that stuff.
Nice.
Just looking, great reset. That's what I'm calling this purchase. Great reset. I don't know if that's been taken by anybody else, so no, I don't want to get sued over this. I've heard a thing or two about this great reset. I'm trying to make one of my own.
Well,
it's amazing though. What's that?
Can I tell you something?
Sure.
You sound fantastic tonight.
Thank you very much.
You do sound chocolate.
You sound very rich. Voice is very rich.
Very rich like Broster's coffee. At thebrosters.com, you can get the official Vince Russo bro coffee.
What a segue.
Guess what I'm drinking?
I didn't know the telethon was still going on.
It's always going on, man.
I got a very interesting. I know the vaccine stuff seems to be the way to go lately, but these things keep getting summed up over and over again with the people just asking questions and the official government answers about, will the vaccine prevent me from getting sick? No. How long does the vaccine last? We don't know. Might need a booster. Well, will the vaccine allow me to see my family? No. Will the vaccine allow me to no longer wear a mask? No. This sounds great already. My choice, my body, or my body, my choice. That's a hashtag for vaccines now. Used to be the abortion line. Now that's the hijack for the vaccines.
Well, it's the same thing. You're killing somebody with it.
Dude, this is
too early?
No, never too early.
There's many people, many people, including Troy. Troy with some hits. He got the second shot, and I was listening to Russo this morning. He was deathly sick last night after the second shot.
And he has pre-existing conditions too.
He was in hospital for a while.
Yeah, dude. And now there's people saying they're not even they got the first, but they're not getting the second. And the piece you shared in the Horsemen chat with it's the law. It was all set up with, I guess, the best kind to expose the best way you can using open channels of C-SPAN. But Florida governor, along with Stanford doctors locally in Miami at top hospitals, all saying that all the mass data is a lie and that it does absolutely nothing to stop the spread of the pandemic. Hey, how about this one? Remember, you look at what scumbags you are. Remember when you were washing your hands every 3 times an hour? How many how many days you've been doing that lately? You've been washing your hands 3 times every hour out there, Sal?
Well, actually, I just only when I pee on them, so like twice.
A week?
Yeah.
Okay.
I got good aim. So now, I also what
I heard that's I heard you give new meaning to low-hanging fruit. Just saying.
Kentucky now repealed the mask thing.
Oh, speaking about Kentucky.
Speaking of low-hanging fruit in Kentucky.
Well.
Look at this
motherfucker each other again.
Right here.
Hey, Sal, we're about to go straight into some breaking Sal. You're not ready for what I'm about to tell you, bro.
Oh, shit. Go ahead, man.
So I was going to pull a rib on you. Went to Ramsey's, stopped by today, get me a big fat slice of carrot cake. They don't fucking make it anymore.
Oh,
it's
wow.
Gone.
What?
Bro, they said the ingredients, because of COVID, are too expensive.
Oh my God.
Bro, Matt, walk outside, it starts pouring down rain immediately. So I'm just like, there it goes. There goes my fucking birthday, dude.
You know why that happened?
Because I was going to rib you.
Because you were going to fucking rib me. It's like cursing at God. You don't do that shit. Right, Stevie? Tell him.
I was all kinds of tearing down Jesus on the golf course the other day on his day of resurrection, and my game went to shit. So there may be something to that. Stevie,
Let him have it.
I heard your blasphemy. Decided to make you do whatever the bad score in golf is. I'm not familiar with this.
I try not to hit over 50 on 9 holes, and I was right at 50. So we both were right there. But happy birthday to Mose.
Hey, thanks, man.
Salute to you, buddy. Thank you for all you've done Conspiracy Horseman propaganda-wise, helping us with graphics, using your art, and helping spread the message of what we do, even though, we're in a time of crazy, the info war, and I heard it was going down with Alex Jones again today. They were coming at him. Go ahead. Yeah, dude, but, they're trying to knock the chess piece. What if somebody says that about us, bro?
Listen, I believe more of Oak Island than I do Alex Jones.
Well, okay, so here's my question now. So again, what I was saying before we were interrupted by Birthday Kid. In Kentucky, they repealed the mask thing.
Yeah.
But there are
Indiana.
still businesses. Oh, Indiana? Same
Indiana,
thing.
yeah. That's
It's
right.
like like Kentucky's gutter.
Yeah,
So-
basically.
And it's like, but there are some businesses that are like, it's our company. Our business decides we're going to keep everybody safe, so you still have to wear a mask. It's our choice.
Yeah, I walked in. I sent a thing out on Twitter. I walked in Target even just last night, the day after they lift the mandate. They have a placard already printed out, ready to go at the front door that says, "Due to an emergency situation, masks must be worn to enter the store." And I just walked right in, and no one said shit. Like, I knew they wouldn't, but it just the point that they're putting that out there. I mean, it's like they already had it ready to go. They knew what was coming. So
what is that line in the sand look like when somebody steps up? Like now it's like, is that a trigger point, a flashpoint, Stevie?
Well, it can be. I think more of the no selling rather than engaging these people. Like, oh, you have to wear a mask. All right, cool. Just ring me up. You don't even get into the Constitution, your rights, this and that, the recovery rate.
That's good for us but what happens when somebody does that to GGP? We need an alternate plan because
I'm sorry, sir. You can only buy a half a pound of bologna with your mask on.
What the fuck?
Ring me up, motherfucker. I'll go back to my car and come back.
Done it before, I will do it again.
Oh, you have.
I got to feed my 37 kids. So
Stevie, sorry, I had to get my shit in. Go ahead.
See, my wife is different. She hopes nobody comes up to me because the minute that happens, that'll put me over the edge. I'm running for mayor. I'm doing it. I'm going right down to town hall, registering, declaring myself eligible for the draft to be mayor. That's two different things.
Now, weren't you the guy that back in the day, like when this all started, weren't you walking down the other arrow aisle? Like you were being that guy.
I was being that guy.
That rebel.
Today I would be
badass alert. Look
matter
out.
of fact, I'm thinking about having them recall the mayor, even though he's done absolutely nothing wrong. I can make a lot of shit up though if I want to. He's short. He's short.
The mayorship and
how can you have somebody running a city who's short?
Well, listen,
but
wow, fucking
bang bang. Listen, if being 5'10" is considered short, then I'm short. But I'm 5'10". You're 6 foot. What are you? 6'3"? Stevie 6'3".
Yeah.
Okay, Stevie's what? 6'4", 6'2"? What do you have? Okay, Sal 7'7".
Bro, I'm 5'10". I'm right there with you, GGP.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, you're 5'10". You're not right there with them.
Right.
Wow.
Why? What did you do? What did you do?
No, this guy. Wow, dude. Talk about just because he shot a bad game in golf and it was flashbacks and PTSD. Oh, 2 bad games in golf where he went for over 50 and shot 9 holes. It was like his OVW rat days all over again, dude.
It was over 50. That's all there is over 50 there for rats.
The cornet leftovers. You were very sinful.
Bull. We're having fun here tonight, you guys. YouTube as we're in the cut, re-strategizing. Listen to our board. But Indiana. No, I was going to go back Indiana there.
Dog, Indiana, bro. Come on.
The Attorney General Todd Rokita announced Wednesday he has launched an investigation into 5 big tech companies for allegedly censoring conservative content. The statement from Rokita's office said that the investigation centered around whether companies have, quote, have potentially harmed Indiana consumers through their business practices that are abusive, deceptive, and or unfair. In particular, Attorney General Rokita is probing methods by which the companies have limited consumers' access to certain content, often deleting or obscuring posted material reflecting a politically conservative point of view, the statement said, quote, such manipulation prevents consumers from making informed choices. In a free society, few assets are more important to consumers than the access to information and the opportunity to express political viewpoints in meaningful forums, Rokita said. It is potentially harmful and unfair to these companies to manipulate content in the ways they do not publicly discuss or that consumers do not fully understand. Rokita's probing allegations and actions taken by attorney Vanita Gupta, a far-left activist that President Joe Biden has nominated to be an associate attorney general at the Department of Justice to, quote, encourage companies to censor conservative viewpoints, end quote. The 5 companies that Rokita is probing include Amazon, Apple, Facebook, Google, and Twitter. So, you know, this dude from Indiana about to give him the Rokita clutch here. I don't know. I mean, those are pretty, those are pretty big companies. Oh, I'm going to probe Amazon. Oh, are you? What does that mean? What does that look like? And what are you going to find? Are you going to be able to get in anything from Twitter? But I mean, this morning I woke up, looked at the analytics from this channel. We were at 10,000, 12,000, 10,000, 12,000 daily views across my whole channel. The last 5 days, 700, 690, 720, 740. Wasn't it funny, Stevie, when YouTube answered Russo, there's no such thing as shadow banning?
Yeah, I mean, all 3 of us are experiencing that with our channel. It's just the numbers keep going down, but the subs go up, but the numbers go down. Very, very strange.
Record month of subs, lowest week ever in the last week since the demonetization, man. Sal, what are you thinking?
Really what I'm thinking first off is if Moser got that shirt from Dreamer's Closet because it looks a little tight on him.
Yeah, dude. It's from doing the Stevie Richards fitness program, bro. Blame it on Stevie. All right. Like I did the 12.
I didn't give Tommy the program.
You know. Yeah.
He just buys smaller shirts.
Yeah, it's not stretched and wallered out, you know, in this area, so it should be.
What age are you? How old are you today?
40. The big 4-0, bro.
That's when it all goes downhill, kid.
Hitting the milestone. Yeah, last good one.
But as far as the shadow banning bullshit goes, we all know it. We all know it happens, and the quickest way to get rid of it is to kind of poo-poo it, hand wave it, roll your eyes, and go, that's not real. You know who says that? People who got canceled.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. So exactly.
They were gonna do it. Like they didn't even pull the work off. They control the analytics that we see. Why wouldn't you just do it? Keep the analytics at 10,000, but in reality, I'm at 700 and nobody's seeing my shit unless they're going searching for it. They don't even play the game because when Russo had to hit him with the attorney fee and the YouTube help, you know, like the nasty gram, they said, oh, no, there's no such thing as shadow banning. Now, here are the numbers 100% that there's no other trend. When I have a record month of subscribers, it's going to be the lowest month ever, dude.
Sorry, brother. I'm sorry. That shit went down quicker than you on Andy Dick. I am so
I know.
It really, honestly, like, especially for you, if you consider you want to look at the 2 shows, some of the shows that have been kind of some of our biggest draw shows. Just to go down that drastically is.
Do you think it's against the law to change the number? And
no, you know why? It's not against the law. It's their thing. The same way Facebook. The same way they go, Facebook, it's a private company. You agreed to Mr. Zuckerberg's fucking whatever, man.
Dude, just do the Stern move, man. Tweet, apologize, dive.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that dude gets away with, you know, all he did was go, oh, I'll never do that stuff again. I'm like, this is the only reason you got to the size you got, you know, as far as fame. But now that it's not okay anymore, he flips and goes the other angle, you know, and it's like just playing the game.
That's the thing.
We can't do that.
Think about when he started in all the FCC rallies.
Yep.
It was all the work. But at the same time, he was still doing the right thing. He was still shining the light on these assholes, and they couldn't cancel him.
Right.
Despite all the places he got cut from, they couldn't cancel him because he made so much of a loud noise about it.
A spectacle. Yeah.
The minute he got his money, he got his fucking hot wife. What'd he do? The love of my life, who I'll never leave, Allison. Oops, bye. And now he got, oh, my supermodel, what's up? And now he's got her. And now he's got his fucking $12 jillion house. He's got all of his shit going on. He doesn't care. Censorship means nothing to him now.
No.
Because it's already bought and paid for all of his houses, all of his dogs, all of his charity that he does. Good for him. And I'm glad, I'm awesome. I'm glad he's got his success and did his work. He doesn't have to fight that fight anymore. He doesn't need Grandpa Al Lewis going, fuck the FCC anymore, because now it'll get him canceled.
Well,
he needs this to pay for the kids' fucking college.
I saw Laura Trump was on something else, and even because she's related to Trump, now that is scrubbed, like taking things off Peacock Network. So it's even locker room heat by association. If you even interview somebody from that camp, you're on the fucked list.
Mm-hmm.
I reached out a message.
Only in America. Ha! Kiss myself.
Yeah.
Really, but that's honestly, because like people will look at it and they'll say, well, that's not that big of a problem. So you know what? So you can't be an idiot on the air. So what? Good. I'm glad. Meanwhile, it's a point we're fucked.
Look, once you give them an inch, they want a mile. You cross that threshold, then something else happens. What was that nice poem, Stevie, you said? First they came for what?
Yeah. Well, they did
that
come
Counting Crows song, right?
First they came for the Thunderdome. Then first they came for the eye for an eye, and the guy sleeping at the plexiglass at the performance center, and no one was there to help them. No one said anything. Oh, the poem. Jeez.
It's not really a poem. It doesn't rhyme.
Does anything make sense today? So a poem that doesn't rhyme fits right in with 2021.
What about Hillary Clinton not needing to testify with the service issue?
I watched that video that you just sent over, man. Yeah, right. So it goes all the way to Supreme Court kayfabe, and
we called it.
Now she doesn't need to, and then that's it. Because in people's minds, maybe the Supreme Court they fabed it. No, dude, they just keep getting away with no chance to do anything. The one thing we wanted to focus on, I think that we're going to do now until probably July 4th at least, is to stay on UFO Talk. If you guys want to shoot on that shit, man. This was a big one this week of more disclosure. It seems every week. Former CIA Director James Woolsey says he's open to the possibility of alien life as he reveals a friend's aircraft suddenly paused at 40,000 feet. A former CIA director has spoke out about the new openness to the possibility of alien life, telling a story of an airplane that was brought to a halt at 40,000 feet and saying he hopes that mankind was friendly to extraterrestrials if they ever made contact. Woolsey ran the CIA from 93 to 95. He spoke to the Black Vault's YouTube channel. How the fuck do we get this guy on Friday? Woolsey 79, so he don't give a fuck anymore, spoke to promote his new book, Operation Dragon, in which he claimed that Lee Harvey Oswald...
fucking Dragon strikes again.
Yeah, well, listen to this one. In which he claimed
shit over.
that Lee Harvey Oswald killed JFK on the orders of the Kremlin. Okay.
Wizard.
Yeah. The former intelligence chief who served under Bill Clinton, he served under me, said he had in recent years heard numerous stories of unexplained aerial phenomenon. There have been, over the years now, events of one kind or another involving some kind of aircraft like airframe. Woolsey said that the stories have always seemed pretty far out to him, but there was one case in which a friend of mine was able to have his aircraft stop at 40,000 feet or so and not continue operating as a normal aircraft. What was going on? Does anybody know? Woolsey said the source was someone he respects. I mean, is this guy it's 79 years old. Are you really trying to work the marks for a book tour?
Well, somebody you respect, so that could be almost anybody.
I haven't heard of any other thing as being like a tractor beam like that of stopping an aircraft. Have you?
No, that's a new one too. Like aside from, there's been a couple. Was it those Time Life books? Remember those, where they said that fucking the planes got stopped midair like jet fighters?
Did they?
Read about it in the Time Life books.
I thought they were just like ended up zipped like forward in a time dash. Like that's
no,
more.
It's the pictures, and it's I remember reading these books being the UFO, and it's got the beam, and the fucking the plane was hovering like a Harrier.
I don't remember those. What do we think? What do you think, Stevie?
I do remember that too. That was the old Time Life commercials, and they used to. That was like the teaser to get the once a month book. So it was like an encyclopedia type thing, right, Sal?
Yeah, you had to get UFOs and aliens, and then the other one was mystical oracles, and then the other one was like Loch Ness and those monsters.
Really?
So
I
like,
remember like World War II ones from them, like the Time Life.
Oh, they did it all. Mm-hmm. They did all of them. They covered it, and that was. And I remember, and that was the big fucking thing. My dad got the first book, and he was like, "There you go." And then we never got another book. They were fucking ridiculous. But yeah.
You know, speaking of, we're talking about aliens and UFOs. I told Sal via text yesterday, you have to check out Resident Alien on Sci-Fi. If you haven't watched season 1 of that,
great.
It's amazing, and it's kind of pure predictive programming in a way. If you look at it the way it does it. My wife and I binge watched the entire first season within a day and a half. It's an easy watch. It's fun. It's clever, but it also puts in little things that you're like, oh, that sounds like what's going on now, you know, with disclosure coming up. So that's a really good one. And of course, the Time Life thing was like, now that Sal said it, it's just amazing how it was almost more in plain sight back when we were kids, and you would see these commercials, and there was In Search Of with Leonard Nimoy. Yeah. There was all these different shows that were literally telling you things without being censored, and it was actually more open, and it was kind of more fun to think about these things. Now it's like by censoring it, you almost have to disclose. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, now it's a.
It could have been a form of entertainment all along.
Thing.
What's that?
Well, now it's a horrible thing. You know, they're going to censor us from seeing it. And so now it's no longer that fun. Well, maybe it could be. Now it's, okay, that exists, but you know what? We'll just let you know what we want you to know. And that's, I think, where everybody gets the fucking burr under the saddle.
What do you guys think is going to happen the beginning of July, right before they're supposed to declassify this? What kind of mass hysteria event is going to go down to distract? Because, I mean, if it's written in that bill, they're not going to make that newsworthy. They're going to try to bury it. But do you think they're going to go entertainment route burial like the Meghan and Harry shit? Or do you think they're going to go like mass shooting? You know what I mean? Like what route do you think they're going to take?
You got to do multiple. You got to do multiple.
Yeah, it's sick that we even have to think this way. Like I can't even focus on, holy shit, this is a cool thing. You know, if this is legit and this is a cool thing, we're already putting ourselves in that boat of, well, what kind of crazy bullshit is going to happen? You know,
the only way they're going to disclose if, these aliens actually do exist, if these are the lowest common denominator, independent wrestling fan versions of aliens that make them look smart.
The Luthers.
They have to be the most retarded aliens you've ever come across, like straight up stupid aliens. Because if they were
how much are you gonna pop?
So Star Trek fans,
on the Thunderdome behind, they're all just like, and they just pop it off. Yeah, and they're all alone.
That'd be dope. That'd be awesome.
They've been there all along.
Well, what I'm saying is like, this government can never let technology or knowledge of any sort or any kind of information that empowers and educates people. They have to keep people stupid because the people in power really are dumb to some degree. The people above them are the smart ones, but the Bidens, the Harrises, the figureheads, the royal family, all these people that are on our TV screens are idiots. And all we do is, oh man, they're such idiots. And that's how we blow them off.
They'll probably spin it like we went to get the aliens to help them out, to like Americanize them or show them our ways, like they'll make it into.
I think the real battle, I'll just finish with this. the real battle, even more so than are they on USA side, China side, Russia side, is what religion are the aliens? Because religion's going to trump everything with the money, with the power, and with the minds and hearts of people. Why are you
How
laughing?
fucked up would it be if it was Dianetics? And they were like fucking Xenu in the body parts. That's a real guy.
Tom Cruise is just like,
yeah, he's like, see, motherfuckers, I
mean,
told you.
Beck starts playing some music, and
we did see the Catholic Church politic for that, right? Like that was like 2 years ago when Pope was saying that. Well, we should embrace them. We should embrace them if they get here, and share our faith with them. They never know, we might be able to convert some to Catholicism, like. And then if reading,
because the Crusades went so fucking well.
Yeah, but reading Tim Alberino's book, Birthright, it shapes Jesus as part of this alien contingent of like upper level dudes, and he was like, the MVP of the crew pretty much. So there's the crossover of ancient alien theory in there to kind of justify it, and they'll spin any religion thing they can to keep control of whatever they want to make the narrative at that point, man. But we heard about a deep state back and forth where it was Trump outgoing and they signed that, but for in the COVID bill that was ham hocked on there, and all of a sudden, or pork bellied, I should say, ham hocks is Japanese. It's now the countdown clock. We heard there's pushback. We read in these conspiracy sites that the deep state is trying to bury it once again. But then this week, the CIA director comes out. It doesn't come much more deep state than that, in my opinion, right? At 79 years old. So are these stories being leaked, GGP? The pushback between the underground shadow government, deep state, military industrial complex, all this back and forth. And until we get to this point where journalists are finally going to be like, yeah, we want the fucking answers of what was going down.
They're being leaked, but they're being leaked intentionally. It's all part of the plan. These are the seeds that they're dropping.
I just wanted to put this on there too. Does Star Wars have assistance in the predictive programming? I don't ever feel like Star Wars pushes an envelope with that kind of stuff, so I don't feel it's written in there. But go ahead.
Except for
not George Lucas Star Wars, no.
I mean the ones with the Me Too movement stuff, that was whatever. But I mean,
that was Kathleen Kennedy and
what was the other? The warmongering part where they were like, "Oh, war's profitable," and they kind of pushed that whole
agenda. The Bush administration stuff. Sure.
Listen, Star Wars, what they do on when George was running shop was subliminally take jabs at the world today, like the Ewoks versus the Stormtroopers were supposed to be an homage or a play off of the Vietnam War, where the Vietnamese actually gave the U.S. a run for their money, hiding in rice paddies, and Charlie's hiding in the trees, with AK-47s and slingshots, and we couldn't win a war. You know what I'm saying? So that was the whole premise of that. But he didn't ram it down our throat to where we get to pick up on it, unless you hear it in an interview or hearsay. Does Star Wars is gay? Well, if you speak proper English, does Star Wars is gay?
I don't know what that means. That was a Miro.
You want to read? Do you want to retype that so we can read it properly? I don't speak idiot.
Yeah, on that one, I think you nailed it.
So anyhow, look,
the winner is you.
Does Star Wars?
Does
Star Wars is gay?
It's a genuine question, GGP. Does Star Wars is gay?
No, I have no idea what that means.
Say that on episode 1.
Star Wars does.
So here we go. As far as what's going down now, these are all being let out on purpose for Operation Bluebeam. What's going to happen in June? I don't think anything's going to happen in July. I think it's going to happen before July. I think around maybe end of May, middle of June type of scenario is going to go down. In June, allegedly, Bill Gates wanted to shoot up the sky and block the sun, right? With chemicals, even more than what they're doing now with the spraying of the skies, right? And people were testing this to increasing the coronavirus scenario even further so they can keep pushing the vaccines down everyone's throat and everyone gets vaccinated. And he keeps sitting on that stupid pedestal that everyone puts him on. Now, it's the company he was working with, or I forgot which company, which country. I think they decided to go against it. They're not doing it. So what's going to happen? By June, I'm pretty sure everything's going to trickle down even more than it is now. More states are going to go against this lift a mask mandate. Less people are going to get vaccinated. And they're going to show that, guess what? Your ultimate plan of taking over is not going to really work. So we need something else. We tried the virus gimmick. It worked for X amount of time, for X amount of yardage. We didn't get to the goal line. We need something else to unify us. We need something else to distract us from China and distract us from the financial collapse that's going to happen eventually because of the system that's based on lies. What's going to band us together? An extra-dimensional threat, like Reagan said back in the day. Yeah. And that's what it's going to be.
Yeah, because we saw crypto American currency and new social media score enacted in China. But the main question is, Stevie, Yusa thinks Star Wars is a geisha?
Well, if I even cared to watch it in the first place, I could answer you. So you watch Star Trek and the predictive programming of that.
Listen, Oak Island is better than Star Trek, my friend.
Stop your nonsense. Listen, look.
Dude, did you see that one I sent you from the episode that talked when Picard talked about it was literally talking about witch hunts and going after people, and the Picard speech was better than anything I've ever seen in Star Wars.
How dare you? How dare you? How dare you? Sir, how dare you? I am your father. Ultimate line, number one. Number two.
Changed, didn't it?
It did change. That's why I said I am your father. I didn't incorporate the old or the new. Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. I brought peace, justice, whatever to my new empire. Your new empire.
Any empire.
I want you to listen to this.
My allegiance is to democracy, to the republic.
Than all 11 movies from Star Trek or however many there are. I want you to listen to this.
Booking a trip can
feel... not that. That's Captain Obvious. Captain Obvious, you're not getting any playtime. I'm serious. This really does speak to... I remember when I first saw this scene on Star Trek, and even as a kid, I was like, wow, that's kind of happening now. What we're talking about, even at a young age. Kids see that with peer pressure.
See, I know he's lying now. He's lying because Star Trek wasn't around when he was a kid. There weren't TVs in when he was a kid.
I time traveled. I missed JFK by about 10 or 15 years.
But if we're living 1984, what does 1985 look like if we're to write it going forward? Go ahead, Stevie.
Okay, I'm just going to play this because this is an important clip.
Over the last 5 years.
Good. Fuck you, Captain Obvious.
Kellogg. I want a list of all relatives, known associates, and especially old school friends. And make arrangements to do an encephalographic polygraph scan.
Mr. Wall.
Yes, Captain.
I need to speak with you.
Fucking Worf had it right.
You are dismissed.
There's a compilation of like 8 minutes of Worf being checked. It's like a Worf being humiliated. People tell Worf no.
No.
Was it Snopes?
You see what is happening here, Mr. Wolf.
They wouldn't tell him that he's black.
Sir.
This is not unlike a drumhead trial.
I do not understand.
500 years ago, military officers would upend a drum on the battlefield. They'd sit at it and dispense summary justice. Decisions were quick, punishments severe, appeals denied. Those who came to a drumhead were doomed.
But we know there is a traitor here. Jadan has admitted his guilt.
That's true, and he will stand for his crime.
Tarsus has all but done the same.
How?
He refused to answer the question about his Romulan grandfather.
That is not a crime, Worf. Nor can we infer his guilt because he didn't respond.
Sir, if a man were not afraid of the truth, he would answer.
Oh, no. We cannot allow ourselves to think that.
Paramount just sued us.
Seventh guarantee is one of the most important rights granted by the Federation. We cannot take a fundamental principle of the Constitution and turn it against a citizen.
Sir, the Federation does have enemies. We must seek them out.
Oh, yes. That's how it starts. But the road from legitimate suspicion to rampant paranoia is very much shorter than we think. Something is wrong here, Mr. Wolf.
And no one came for me.
Dude, I get fucking chills from that kind of stuff. In Picard.
Listen, all I gotta say is this. All I gotta say is this, Sunshine.
Don't ruin a perfectly good point that I'm trying to make.
See, you just fucked it up because you
At least
spoke.
you have the right to remain sexy. Was that what he said?
No one
I still
cares
like-
about this shit. They just want to see sword fights.
We listened to 8 minutes of fucking Borefest and fucking Picard. I can't get 3 seconds of Palpatine.
But
Fuck you guys.
Paramount's already shut us down anyhow
Yeah.
for playing their copyright material.
You're getting Stevie banned.
And
GGT.
just mentioning
Paramount
Star
Plus.
Wars. Just mentioning Star Wars, Kathleen Kennedy's already called and told us not to.
She can go back in the sandwich. Go make me a sandwich. Go back in the kitchen, Kathleen.
So, what I wanted to, we were talking about something. And what was that? What year is that from, Stevie?
The show?
That episode what was that
Late 90s?
90?
Yeah,
Yeah, late 90s. So now, just discussing the whole predictive programming thing. So there was The Good Place. Did you ever watch that show?
Yeah, I watched it.
Okay. There's a gimmick, and I saw it last night, and I popped for it. I forgot it until we just mentioned old school TVs, older shit. The Asian kid, Jason, said they named a virus after me, a disease. They named a disease after me because I lost a bet and I kissed a bat,
Damn.
and I fucking popped for it, right? And I said, wait a minute. And I had to look up when the show was made, 2013. That came out in 2013.
Yeah, but doesn't that play into the documentations that we saw today from 2015 that there was some kind of
John Hopkins, right? The
yeah,
report?
the report from John Hopkins. Yeah, that was
The
it.
SPARS virus, what thing?
That's
Wasn't
like
BZ,
2025.
The rapper, BZ the rapper, trying to get the vaccines over. I mean, it's Ben
Like
Hughes
that,
had that, right?
It's all this shit that goes on with. That's Paramount calling Ben.
Yeah.
He's like, you fucking cunts, cut it out. Stop showing our show.
So we realize you're not on our
You're not
streaming
over.
service, but you're actually being kicked off our streaming service.
That's
We were
Dixie.
gonna have you guys start a pilot, but fuck you. Now you get
No,
nothing.
we put you on the streaming service so we can kick you off it.
That's actually Patrick Stewart calling him. Don't you
Dick.
ever play my shit again.
It's Dixie telling Ben he's not in overshirt. Shit. You better get on.
That's not an over.
You guys are
So,
not
so,
over.
so supposedly this is going to be a YouTube strike when this is on demand now.
Oh,
because
I'm sure.
I played it.
This will absolutely
It
be
was-
stricken from
It
the
was
record.
only, well, it's only one of the most protected franchises in entertainment history. And I only played a 2-minute and 22-second clip quoting Picard and showing the video on my camera. What else? What did I do wrong?
That was Trump's social media people calling saying, "You're in, let's go."
That should be fair
Front
use
page,
to
guys.
do that to do that in the context of conversation. But I guarantee we're going to get our tits lit for it. I'm trying to get Idol on Stevie Ray TV, so you guys do what you got to do.
Sick.
It
Hey,
doesn't
I know-
matter because I think AEW is on, so we can pretty much clock out.
Right. I know.
All the fucking marks are talking about it, so we can clock out here.
I know. GGP talked about in the past the Utopia on Amazon, and I would say if anyone hasn't watched that shit. I mean, I'm surprised they still have it on there. I know it's one of their original content.
They
but-
canceled it.
They canceled it, but it's still, you can still watch that season.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I mean, dude, it hits every angle, dude. The synthetic meat, the vaccine, the whole, like, how? You know what I mean? Unless it's like
And he's a tech billionaire.
he's a tech billionaire that walks away, you know. Like, I even told Mandy, I said, you know, when they first announced that Gates was stepping down, wasn't that like right before the COVID stuff broke, like with a few weeks maybe, where he was stepping away from Microsoft and he was going to do the philanthropy and all the stuff? And I said then, like I told her, I was like, why would this dude, you know, I don't know much about, I never really read up much about him, but I was like, why would he step away from that to go do this philanthropy? Like that seems odd to me. And then it's like, what, couple weeks maybe and all this is, and he's at the front of it. Like, yeah, let's get this, we'll get it taken care of. It's just like, the thought that people question the fact that there's other things going on behind the scenes is what really makes me scratch my head. Not people in our position where it's like, how are you not, you know what I mean? I don't get it. Like,
did you guys watch In of Itself when I told you guys to watch it?
Sorry, Dogs of War. Hold on a second. Let me get her.
Who brought this cupcake to the dance?
I don't know. Whoever booked this match.
Jesus Christ, man! How unprofessional are you? You start filming out of your car,
right?
You start filming from your car, getting pulled over by cops. Come on.
It's like an old Sally move, right?
Twice.
Twice.
Listen, like I was saying, in it of itself was a one-man show, and it was on Amazon, right? And at the end, he does this bit where he goes through the audience, and in the beginning of the show, they all go. There's a wall with like index cards with a word on it, and you're supposed to pick whatever one best signifies yourself. And he sits and he gets everyone to stand up, and then he points to everyone and looks at everyone and tells them what they picked, right? Unbeknownst, he doesn't know. Like, if someone's insecure, he'll be like, "You picked insecure. You picked overconfident. You picked, whatever." So I'm watching it, and who pops up? Bill Gates. He looks at him and goes, "Leader," and Bill Gates nods. He sits down. Then after Bill Gates, who does he go to? Abramovich, and then goes into Abramovich and whispers something into her ear. Doesn't say anything. She nods and sits down, and they kayfabe it. And I went,
Unreal.
Whoa. And I rewinded to make sure if it was really them. And it was Bill Gates and Abramovich, the spirit queen, the spirit cooking chick. And I'm like, holy cow.
Isn't that part of it, though, that hiding it in plain sight?
Yeah.
It's just like the whole thing in and of itself is like, we're going to show it to you. We're going to cook it. We're going to feed it to you. You're going to enjoy it. And then when it happens, we're going to be like, sorry, you knew, like we told you. Like,
look at the world we're living in right now. And it's very simply put, I'm going to say something that's current, and we've said it a million times. People are running to get this vaccine, which isn't a vaccine, right? Because you could still get sick, but it won't be as severe. So it's like a flu shot. Right. Now, but whether or not you want to get it, I'm not vilifying you for getting it. But at the same time, you've been forced this propaganda down your throat that you're going to die. If you're not going to get it, you're being selfish. You're going to kill somebody. Right. But then on the flip side, all the statistics come out from the CDC 6 months in, 3 months in, a year out, that the survival rate's 99.5%. And people who are 60 years and older, the chance of them dying is less than 1%. So my thing is that nobody's questioning anything. No one wants to say, hey, here's the facts. Look at the facts. And then no one's saying, you know what? Maybe I won't get it. All they say is, I just want things the way they used to be, man. I want to be free again. So I'm going to go get a vaccine so I can do what I used to do when I could have done it for free. But now I'm only doing it because the government's letting me. And that's okay to them. There's a problem in that. And people don't think there's a problem. There's so many people telling me I'm just getting it because I want to travel. I want to do this. I want my freedom back. Your freedom was never really taken. The illusion was it was taken, and you're submitting it to it, and you're giving in. If you say, look at Florida. They're putting their foot down saying no, and nothing's happened to them. Same thing with Texas. There hasn't been a spike in cases ever since they demasked. If anything, it's better for them. Like we saw in the video that we saw today with the doctors from whatever they were. Was it Stanford? What was it, Ben?
Yeah, Stanford, Miami.
St. John's.
Yep. It was all a political setup, C-SPAN to knock down the narrative of masks being even remotely protective. We saw the viral video I saw on a World Star first with another Jewish couple being kicked off a plane, bro.
Yes, with the little kid.
This kid. Because the kid was drinking.
A 2-year-old, and it even says in their rules, that's the whole thing, these rules, under 5, they're fine. Well, this kid's 2 and you still got a problem, and they got another kid who's on the spectrum with them, and is it because the guy's got a yarmulke on, man? Like, what is going on with, this strange division of really people just putting it on others for no apparent reason whatsoever. It didn't look unruly. I mean, we weren't there. It's hard to judge in a 2-minute World Star video, but the division is palpable. But Stevie, we talked about this on Russo Brand, how brilliant, and one of the shining lights of the week was Charles Barkley.
Yes.
Yeah. Killed it.
Yeah, I'm waiting to see what happens with that. And just like other things like the UFO disclosure, we've been doing this show for a few years now, and anybody that did UFO disclosure or any kind of declassification either ends up in Leavenworth, in Gitmo, or one-car accidents or suicides with 17 staple guns in the back of their head. So Charles Barkley's been allowed to say this stuff. He's best friends with Shaq. I'm just speculating who's a 33rd or higher degree Mason.
Number 33.
Maybe he's allowed to be controlled opposition, so we can say Charles Barkley, he's speaking for us, so now we can go back to watching TV because Charles has it covered. Instead of the uprising, it actually kind of quells people and keeps them quiet because they get the satisfaction that a celebrity is sticking up for him. So we don't need to do the work.
Look what's happening in New York. Evidence comes out from an administrator within the offices of Cuomo that he hid information that he killed 15,000 people in nursing homes. And the next day, all these allegations of sexual assault come out as a smokescreen, and people are talking about that. They're not talking about the murder case. Now that there's so many allegations coming out and it's become a real clusterfuck, and in a spot fest, a multi-man match, what comes down the pipe? Hey guys, we're going to legalize marijuana in New York. Nothing to see here, nothing to see over there. Look, legal marijuana. Yay me, yay Cuomo. And people are forgetting everything because we said it. 24-hour news cycle. The attention span of people gets smaller and smaller and smaller. And
especially when they smoke weed.
Well,
4.3 billion in new taxes too for New York State.
Yeah, and now they want to do a congestion tax in the city. They already done raped the city. It's ridiculous how many people have left the city. Businesses have shut down. They can't even afford to pay rent and left the city. And they're coming out to the suburbs in Long Island and Suffolk and Nassau County, causing the housing market to go up, causing any prices in construction to skyrocket because demand's there because people want to fix up their houses. So now the price of wood, the price of steel, aluminum siding, roofing was through the roof. Now, if I want to dormer my house, something that cost $100,000 to put another level on my house is going to cost me $225,000 for the same exact wood, for the same exact material, which is ridiculous.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, to cover it all, and to quote the gay Star Wars, like that idiot said, the way the Empire wins and the First Order wins is because they make you feel alone. So same thing is going on today. If you speak your mind and you research and you find the truth, you get ostracized and it makes you feel alone and cast to the side, and people don't want to feel alone. They want to be part of the clique. And when they're part of the clique, they're going to do what they got to do in order to sit at the cool table. But it's really not the cool kid table. We're the cool kids because we're going to still have our sensibility and our logic and our free will when this is all said and done with.
Dude, Al Plaza in that time found that CIA director's contact information with 2 phone numbers and an email contact.
Oh, did you reach out? Did our executive producer reach out to what was his name? The guy who did the fossil fuel versus
you sent that to me. I wasn't sure what
Alex Epstein.
Okay, I'll
get him up.
I will. I'll probably get that done tonight as well. And I'm also looking to get Sal Christopher Hitchens' son on as well. Cool. So for an atheist episode as well. So we're trying to get more big name guests booked and hopefully have Lord Jamar come back, you guys. I know it's we're in a state of flux right now. We wanted to say happy birthday to one of our top soldiers, man, one of our top propagated artists. Mose, it's awesome having you with us as always. And all over the world, man, people have been checking in, and we get it. It's an interruption in your iTunes. It's a pain in the ass, and nobody's feeling it more than we are right now. But we're going to stay stronger together, and we're putting together a whole new format and new shows. So we're not just doing headline news and whatnot. We know things are important. If there's a false flag, we're going to cover it. We're going to put whatever, but we're on constant alien watch, and we're going to get back to what the Horsemen do best, which is Scooby-Doo mysteries, man.
Couple of things I just want to throw out real quick. You guys want to touch base on the Jizzy Max case. Just dropped 2.7 million pages of evidence against her.
Wow. But did you see that? I mean, we don't got to take it home yet, but like,
no. I'm just letting you know that's one thing.
How about but did you, I was just looking for that in our chat. We get so much everywhere coming in, but somebody had sent what she's getting to do every day.
Oh, yeah.
5 hours of teleconference with her lawyers daily, 25 hours a week. They replaced all the HEPA filters and everything in there. She gets to email anybody she wants. No restricted email. She can be out of her cell from 7 a.m. till 8 p.m. at night, which is longer than any other inmate on there, dude. I mean, it's Club Med.
That sounds just like prison.
Yeah, it's just like that.
Sounds like she got about the same deal as those girls that just killed the Uber driver.
Yeah, right. Those girls got off too. Like, those? Right, a slap on the wrist because two, minority or former minorities, I guess now majority, because if they can get away with this, they gave them their white privilege card. Kill this Uber driver, Stevie, and G Max is in prison with her feet up, fucking probably having gelato served to her every night. What's up?
Sounds fantastic.
Stevie's gonna go shoot an Uber driver right
Stevie's
now.
like, let's go.
You said gelato. He got into a fucking.
Yeah, Stevie's like, oh fuck it, I just ordered an Uber driver to kill him.
So
hey, short round, get out of the basement and take care of him.
It just proves in any setting, the women are just got to talk on the phone. It doesn't matter.
What about
she's getting 5 hours on teleconference? Maybe we just go through her lawyers and we could have her on the show.
Well, 4 hours and 45 minutes is, do you think he likes me or likes me? That's what for.
And it's like, she's talking about a 13-year-old.
Do you think I should kill this kid or not kill or kill the kid?
Kill or not?
I guarantee you, we can get her on the show.
Get us banned here. Let me see.
We can get her on the show guaranteed if we send her pictures of Stevie with no shirt on.
That's we should give her the show.
Do you think Stevie wants to?
I think we'd have a better chance of getting her if Stevie sends one of the pictures of the kids in the basement with no shirt on.
Hey, short round, come here. Yes, Dr. Richards. Dr. Richards.
No time for love, Dr. Jones.
Hold on, lady. We go for a ride.
The other one that I saw on World Star.
Ding dong.
I just got to get this banned. I got to get this banned first. Hold on a second. Let's just get it banned. Play some Metallica and get the whole thing banned.
You can download us on Napster, you guys.
I gotta get some lyrics. Hold on. There we go. Hey, that's a long ass song. Holy shit! He used to get 2 minutes and 6 seconds before the lyrics hit.
Well, you got to smash.
Take forever to get to the ring.
You got to smash a 6-pack in your head. It takes time.
I was gonna say, dude, you have to listen to this for 29 fucking minutes
so
before you got to the
YouTube
ring.
gets done. We'll do the official music video.
Let's take it on with that.
All right, that should be enough.
Yeah, I think that'll do it.
What about you guys see that Biden? They're building the wall on the border now.
Yeah, dude. Imagine that.
Are they going?
Yes, they're building the wall to stop the migrants from coming in.
Because I saw AOC is one of the least effective. What is she? Congress or Senate?
Congresswoman.
Congress people of all time has the least amount of power. I thought there'd be a big thing of tear down this wall and they'd all be standing there, but they're going forward with it, huh?
Look, you got to make the matching set. You got the wall around the Capitol. Right. Now you got to put the wall at the border. And it's funny because this guy invites all these migrants in and they're all doing suicidas, dives, and tope con hilos over the border. And what happens? They catch them and then they throw them into the cages.
Yeah. And they wrap imagined everybody in a hood just diving over the fucking wall.
All the veganos got caught, thrown into cages. They put them in they put them into little burrito blankets.
How much
intentionally?
Would you pop if they just showed fucking passports that said Viano 17, Viano 983?
I would let them through. I'd be like, let them go.
I would let them go through just because they had the balls to do it.
It's WrestleMania week. Let them through.
That would be so amazing. Just that's how they're getting them through. They just come at WrestleMania week. Viano 999.
I sent
that'd be amazing.
I sent that one clip to our the IG group, the Instagram group. Did you see? I think it was from Unfiltered Politics or something. Did you see it where it was the the press secretary talking about them building the wall, and every time she stutter stepped, they would go to little clips of Trump.
Oh yeah, like, Trump going, hey.
And every time she would like trip over her words, he was just like, oh, really? Yeah, like, it was fucking great.
Before we got off G-Max, I wanted to say too, because I saw this on World Star too, was did you see the sit-down interview clip with fucking Hunter Biden, where he's openly talking about smoking,
Parmesan, baby,
and then he poured through more carpet fibers looking for crack, and he would actually smoke Parmesan cheese because it looked like crack, so to try and fucking trick his brain.
I saw a thing earlier today. He's either tonight or tomorrow. He's going to be on Kimmel.
Yeah, this is a huge.
It's like what the.
He's got a book. He's got a book about being an addict, so it's the big apologist thing. Will never
it's not his fault.
The damage control. This is all the damage. It's not his fault. The motherfucker is admitting to smoking Parmesan cheese.
He's the smartest man Joe knows.
Oh God,
it's the smartest man he knows.
Ridiculous.
It's ridiculous, dude. It's insane.
You can't make this up, dude. You can't
theater
make
of the absurd. Isn't that the term? Theater of the absurd.
Oh my God, it's all theater.
Shouldn't us be catching them with their hand in the cookie jar right here and cutting it off Saudi style, bro?
Dude, like, if we all came together, we could do it.
Yeah.
How much more can we catch them? Like, we can't catch them anymore,
bro. We catch CNN lying to us doing reports. Yet they're still the trusted news source accordingly, right? We catch every Democrat out after curfew, breaking the laws that they put into place. My bad. Do as I say, not as I do. Right? Yeah. Then we have other people where their states go blackout because of a unbeknownst blizzard, and they're going the other way, trying to tope con hilo into Mexico with his family. You know what I'm saying? And then we can tell them, hey guys, come into the country, vote Democratic. And as soon as they come over the border, psych, you're in a cage. Oh, guess what? There's children in cages. But you know what? They were in there since the Obama administration. No one said anything. Now Trump, they're in the Trump administration. He's a villain. He's Hitler. Oh, they're still there. Now there's more during the Biden administration. Hey guys, don't look over there. Let's talk about the prince and the princess who are being oppressed, but they just bought a $25 million home. Come on, dude, get out of here. Yep. It's all misdirection. It's all BS. It's all theater. It's, you know what? This is even worse than some of the sports entertainment that's on TV, because people are falling for it. It's true. It's true. And if we all came together, we could put a stop to this. And I'm not talking about violently. I'm talking about coming together and realizing what Charles Barkley said was the truth. The majority of black and white people, Asian people, Indian people, we're not racist. We love each other equally. All we want to do is make a better life for our children and leave this world in a better place than we were in it, and that's it. But you know what? That's not sexy. That doesn't sell. You know what I'm saying? So we have to make up stuff and take that little small minority percentage that is full of hate and vile and exaggerate it to magnify it and sell it on the media. And everyone in the media who's guilty of doing this, they're doing it for a paycheck. They should all be imprisoned, but they're not. And they're not going to be, because Obama made propaganda legal again in this country. And it's a damn shame, because before that, the news was a trustworthy source, but now they're not. Now it's all agenda driven.
Stevie, you got a Beatles song you want to play us out with? We're having a good time here tonight. On Mose's birthday, Infidel, the UFO podcast. You guys can check them out on all platforms. They're still on Podbean, putting out great shows as well. The return of the horror.
Those aren't real, Sal.
The return of the horror junkyard's coming, working on new masks and new layouts, and we're going to stay on here just a little bit afterwards, you guys, to talk about getting our show in line for the next quarter as we prepare new guests and new formats to take the Horsemen to the next level for you guys, and whatever platform we're going to decide on here. We appreciate you joining us. This will be up on the YouTube channel and as well
for
as
about 30 seconds.
Group
right. Get our shit in while we can.
Happy birthday, Mose! It's the Conspiracy Horseman, Infidels.
See you guys.
Stevie Richards.
Later, brother. Have a good time.
Give him one, Mose. Yeah.
I'm with it.
Yeah.